Hi, and welcome to CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department's Report on Conditions. Each week, we'll bring you updates on significant incidents and events that occurred throughout Riverside County's jurisdiction. As one of the busiest units in the state, our department responds to more than 150,000 incidents each year. Our goal is to bring you weekly updates on the important work being done by the men and women of our department. Last week, CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department responded to a total of 3,175 calls for service, including 350 fire calls. Of those, 18 were confirmed structure fires. Firefighters responded to more than 2,600 medical emergencies, including traffic collisions. Our first story this week takes us to Battalion 2 in Lake Elsinore, where firefighters responded to a capsized personal watercraft near the middle of the lake. Senior Public Information Specialist Jody Hagman was on scene and filed this report.
We're on scene at Lake Elsinore, where shortly after noon today, several reports of a watercraft that capsized on Lake Elsinore. With the help of firefighters and the City of Lake Elsinore's boat, we were able to reach the patients, bring them back to the dock safely, where they were further evaluated by paramedics. All three patients were transported with non-life-threatening injuries.
On Friday, March 26, firefighters in Battalion 5 responded to reports of smoke coming from a storm drain near Fire Station 72 in Val Vista. When units arrived, they witnessed smoke billowing from the storm channel and requested the hazmat team and a truck company from Samoba Fire Department and a representative from Lake Hemet Municipal Water District. The hazmat team made entry to the storm drain and verified the source of the smoke was a smoldering mattress. Once the storm drain was cleared, a representative from Lake Hemet Water District flushed the line and extinguished the flames. Also on Friday, March 26, firefighters in Battalion 3 responded to a structure fire on Cheyenne Trail in Cherry Valley. Public Safety Information Specialist Rob Rosine was on scene and filed this report.
Firefighters received calls shortly after 10:30 this morning for multiple reports of a residential structure fire burning here on the street. That fire did extend to a second home on the street and was knocked down approximately 40 minutes after firefighters arrived. They did have an extensive firefight with that. Currently, we do have two firefighters that did suffer minor injuries. They're being evaluated by paramedics.
Both injured firefighters were transported and then released from Desert Regional Medical Center. In the early morning hours on Saturday, firefighters from Battalion 2 in Lake Elsinore responded to multiple reports of a commercial structure fire on Riverside Drive. Engine 85 was the first to arrive on scene and reported a 2,500 square foot single-story commercial restaurant bar with a fire well established in the attic. The business has been unoccupied for the last 10 months. Firefighters were able to keep the fire contained to the building of origin. CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department prevention officers are still investigating the cause of the fire. The building has been red tagged by the City of Lake Elsinore, and there were no reports of injuries to civilians or to firefighters. Shortly before 9 p.m. on Wednesday, March 24th, 9 engine companies, 1 water tender, and 1 chief officer responded to multiple reports of a vegetation fire on Avenue 66 near Grapefruit Boulevard in Mecca. When firefighters arrived, they reported a large spot of brush burning on the north side of Avenue 66, with ember casts crossing the road. Here in this video clip posted on Battalion 6 Instagram page, you will see the aggressive firefighting efforts kept the fire from crossing Avenue 66. The fire was contained to 1.5 acres of heavy brush around 11 p.m. High-tension power lines were briefly threatened, but were not damaged. Fortunately, no injuries were reported. The cause of the fire remains undetermined. The wind conditions you saw firefighters experience at the Mecca fire will continue in the desert communities this week, along with higher than normal temperatures, while moderate and locally strong Santa Ana winds will occur on Tuesday and Wednesday across western Riverside County and the mountain areas. The combination of these conditions will increase the threat of wildfire as well as heat-related illnesses. If you plan on spending time outdoors, remember to wear comfortable, breathable clothing, carry plenty of water, and take breaks in the shade to avoid overheating. Also, for tips on how to prepare your home for wildfire, click the link in the corner to watch our recent video on creating defensible space.
On Monday, March 22nd, after nearly 5 years of being downstaffed, the City of San Jacinto welcomed Engine 25 back into service at our San Jacinto Fire Station number 25. This was made possible with the funds from Measure V, the support of the community, and the support from the City of San Jacinto. Fire Chief Bill Weiser was on scene with more.
So this is a great day for San Jacinto and fire service protection here. The City Council of San Jacinto, along working with the City Manager, Rob Johnson, did a terrific job at getting Engine 25 back in service for the community of San Jacinto. This piece of equipment allows for fire protection at a level that's the standard here in Riverside County. Thank you so much, City of San Jacinto, for supporting the fire services here.
We've had a few promotions happen over the past month that we'd like to recognize. Our Mountain Battalion welcomed Mike Bollinger as their newest battalion chief. Chief Bollinger first began his career in 1995 with CAL FIRE San Bernardino and has spent his time of service between CAL FIRE San Bernardino and CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department. His most recent assignments included the training division located at Ben Clark Training Center in the unincorporated county area of Riverside, and a fire captain at Glen Avon Fire Station number 17 in Jurupa Valley. Robert Clark promoted to battalion chief for our Blythe Battalion. Chief Clark started his career as a volunteer firefighter with Riverside County Fire Department in 1992 at Sage Fire Station number 28. CAL FIRE then hired him within the Riverside unit as a firefighter 1 in 1999. Chief Clark has spent his entire career with CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department, working on both the west and the east side of the county. Scott Bethurum was promoted to Division Chief of Support Services. Chief Bethurum began his journey in the fire service as a volunteer firefighter at Calamasa Fire Station number 21 and has spent his time between CAL FIRE San Bernardino and CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department. In 2017, Chief Bethurum accepted a promotion as Battalion Chief, serving as the Riverside Unit Training Officer, and soon after moved into his most recent position, serving as the Riverside Unit Health and Safety Officer. Robert Fish accepted the recently vacant position of Deputy Chief of East Operations. Chief Fish began his career in 1992 as a volunteer firefighter in the city of Moreno Valley and worked as a state dispatcher and public safety communications officer 2 in the Paris Emergency Command Center between 1995 and 2001. Chief Fish has spent the majority of his career working for CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department with a short assignment in CAL FIRE San Diego. Please join us in congratulating these gentlemen on their recent promotions.
That's going to do it for this week's Report on Conditions. To stay up to date on current incidents as they happen in Riverside County, follow us on Twitter and Facebook at CAL FIRE RU. Also, if you have any ideas for the show, be sure to let us know in the comments. Did you capture a great incident photo or video clip? Please send them to us at rupio@fire.ca.gov. For all of us here at CAL FIRE Riverside County Fire Department Public Affairs and Community Education Bureau, thank you for watching.